Hi, my name is Anna.
And my name is Star.
And this is
The Mad Podcast. Okay. Hi, everyone. We are back, and we have some guests with us.
Beautiful
guests.
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves, yeah.
Gladise.
Mm-hmm. And then...
And how do we know each other?
Yeah.
Funny story since birth, actually. It's my mom.
Yup.
Very cool. So we have another mother and daughter duo
Yeah.
in the house. And I met Gladise on set.
Yes.
We're in a movie together. Actually, you're in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On different... Yeah.
I'm like, are you in it?
Different parts. No.
No.
You're like...
She refused. I asked her to come.
When you didn't ask me to be in the movie?
Not well.
You
No,
asked
I
me
said
to come to set like
I said
when
come
I was
to
at work.
set. Well, if you were there, I would, put you in the crowd, whatever.
Yeah.
Although she would kind of stick out like a sore thumb in that kind of right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be okay.
I mean,
It was very Mexican, very Latino.
Yeah.
Very So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. I don't know what you meant. I was just like, okay.
why?
I thought you meant because like I'm gorge or something.
Wow, that's
it'll be
exactly
fine.
what I
I'll
meant,
dress
right?
down.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sure I could.
I'm sure I could not wear any makeup and like I could rough myself up.
I love it. She's my daughter.
So, what do you both do?
Okay, so I'm an actor and a realtor and a mother and a yogi.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm a model and I work at 2 restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a hostess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
that's what I do.
And a cat lover.
Yeah, well, I just moved in with to a new place, and they have 2 cats.
Oh, really?
And I had been wanting a cat for a really long time, but they're like, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
So.
I'm a dog person, but
I'm definitely a dog person.
She
but
has 2 dogs.
yeah.
no way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
2
such a
little
big commitment.
Yeah, I
for
know.
like a young person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a lot. I got them when I was like 20 because the family dog passed away, and I was like, I had her since I was little, so I was like, it feels weird to not have a dog around.
Yeah.
And so I went to get one. My dad's like, why don't you get 2? And I was like, really? And like,
Well, that's kind of like
You're
what
like-
happened to
They
us,
were
remember?
brothers. They
Yeah.
were brothers, and
Yes.
we were like, oh.
yeah.
It's so hard when you adopted them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing happened to us.
Yeah, well, I have my childhood dog. She's a pit bull. My mom has her right now, but that's my baby.
Well, but we went to I wanted a Boston Terrier.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like little boxers.
Yeah.
They're really cute.
Mm-hmm.
But they're better looking than Frenchies to me. They're
Yeah.
taller.
Well, they're
and
skinnier.
more,
They're like-
yeah, yeah,
They don't have trouble breathing.
Yeah.
yeah. So I look on
Craigslist?
Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
So, and immediately, first thing that comes, Boston Terriers at like an ad. I'm like, oh my God, let's go. We went to Malibu. Long story short, we went to get Boston Terriers, and I came out with 2 pit bulls.
Yeah.
They totally tricked us.
But that's okay. I love pit bulls. I think
Yeah.
They get
Yeah.
such a bad rep.
No, yeah, they're really sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah. And what are you?
A human person.
You don't, yeah, she does not like animals.
I was gonna say alien, but
I'm more into people.
Yeah, you do not like
so no
animals.
pets, no pets.
No pets. I just, I don't know. I like human interaction. I like talking. I need to like hear someone talking. But I love all living beings. Like I would never, if I saw anybody be cruel to an animal, I'd probably kick their ass.
that's the worst. Yeah.
But I'm just not to have that in my house. No.
Yeah.
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 I get it.
I'll have people
It's a lot.
I love people in my house.
as pets.
Okay.
That's what the
That's
metaphor.
a whole different subject. But let's go.
That's what we're going to be talking about. So we have a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know how you met. same way we met.
Yeah.
But then we're just wondering, like, are you guys close? Are you friends, would you say? Are you more like mother and daughter?
I think I can take the reins first. I would say that she's like my younger sister.
Okay.
That's what I would say. No,
The younger sister.
Yes, like
Not
my
the
wild,
oldest.
my
Yeah.
wild younger sister. Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
I agree with this one. Yeah. She'll call me and she'll be like, come out.
Literally, she's like talking to this new guy every week. I'm like, get it together.
Yeah.
Let's stick to one.
Yep. Same.
Let's try one.
Let's try one.
Let's just see if this one works.
Yeah.
This time.
I mean, we were saying that too about like texting guys. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, who are you texting? She's like, oh, it's like this one guy. And I'm like, that's not the same one as last. I'm like, who's this now?
but like guys get
God, I
so
wanna
into it.
cry.
They're like, oh, she's texting me all the time. Meanwhile, I'm like texting
Or just a bunch of
5
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, like my mom like has this problem with immediately responding to text messages. Like as soon as she receives it, she has to.
She
Open
will
it
take my phone
and
away.
I'm like,
she's like, you're
fucking-
not responding.
I'm like, play it cool. Like you don't have to wait like 2 hours, but like act like you have a
Yeah.
life. Like you know what I mean? Like right away. I'm like, don't open it. He can see that. Like
Yeah, you're like,
he can see when you open it. Just
Yeah.
wait.
you're like, no.
I have to say, I've always been that way. Like I hate the games.
Yeah.
Like
do
if I
too.
like you, I like you. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and why pretend? You know, I hate that.
I agree,
But I have to say, I mean, she does have a point because guys do kind of like that. I hate it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Well, men are
But-
supposed to chase.
Yeah.
Like let them chase.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what it's in their DNA to chase.
Yeah.
That's
agree.
why you have to have a couple of guys at the same time.
That is
Because
the
then
only
you're not
way
putting your
it works.
attention, yeah.
That is the only way it works for me because then I'm busy texting over here. So, it's
So
been
you're
30
worried about the
minutes.
other one.
Yeah. Thank you for that because it reminded me.
I just remembered
that's
something.
it. Go ahead.
That you're talking to this guy that you met on Facebook, and she gave him her number, and he texted her, and then I guess, or you texted him. I don't know.
No,
the
no,
point
no.
is,
I
he wasn't
was the
sure
one-
that it was her. Like he was
this
like, who
was
is
the
this?
guy.
Yeah. So he.
Sorry, I'm talking to two guys.
No, but
I
but
forget.
I hope none of them watch this.
Yeah. They're all like,
no, but no. But the point is
I feel
that
like I'm getting hot.
the point is that
I don't like that.
Yeah.
she got so mad that he didn't know who she was, and I was like, well, you just started like DMing him, like it's an unknown number, like whatever.
No, but that's
and
the thing. It wasn't.
and she always interrupts me, and so she got so upset, and I'm like, why? Like you guys just started talking, you haven't even met in person. She's like, well, when I talk to someone and I like them, I just like to talk to one. And I'm like, you haven't even gone on a date. Like, why are you pressed? Like, so that's what I mean. Where she like, I don't know, Gemini's.
yeah.
You know?
Like,
Oh,
She's
here we
like,
go.
he hasn't even gotten me a ring yet.
Yeah, I'm like, Mom, you don't even know him.
yeah. You've never gone on a date. What
He already calls me mommy. I mean, that's something.
You're like,
She's like, no, I'm the only one.
But anyway.
No, because we had already spoken. So there was unless he erases every chat.
Why?
Exactly.
Mommy
And then
chatted
he's
on
like,
Facebook.
"Who is it?" No, we had already talking on
Well, you didn't
on
have
our
his
phone.
number saved?
Do you want me to show you?
Whatever, that's not how I remember it going down, but
Because she has all this in her mind, and it plays out the way she wants.
She's
it to
like,
play
I'm
out.
right here.
Leo.
She's like, because
Leo.
so
But-
then also, how did you become friends? Like, was it immediate from birth? Did it grow into that?
Okay,
can-
now
you can answer.
Okay, now I'm gonna take it
Yeah.
because I was here first.
yeah. That was a good one.
So, I think I always wanted, and I don't know that I thought about it and planned it that way, but I always wanted to be very honest and real with my daughter. Like I never did like the. I mean, I do now
do
that
that
she's
all the time.
no,
No,
now
what do
that
you mean?
that she's an adult, and I'm like. But when she was a little baby, I never baby talk to her.
Yeah, you did. I feel like
No.
you so did.
No, I
Mommy
always
are
spoke
like bebe, like no, like
well, no, I call you bebe, and I call you
Since I was
chiquitita and all that. But
chiquitita. Yeah, what do you think that is?
no. I always spoke to her in full sentences. And even when you were in my tummy, I would read to you. Yeah. So, and you were so active. Ugh, I should have known. But actually I did. And I would talk to her and read because I'm a big reader. And that's why she has this passion for reading. And since she was a little girl, every night we would read a paragraph or later on like a full chapter until she would fall asleep, right? But back to the original question. People would ask me, when are you going to talk to her about this? Or when are you going to expose her to that? And I'm like, when she asks, when she's curious. There's no age. If she's thinking about it, if she's talking about it, that's the time.
Yeah.
You know? So I was always, and then I was a single mom from the beginning. So, and that didn't hold me back because so I would have conversations with her.
Yeah.
You know, you and I are always going to be you and I. But there's going to be other people coming and going, but that has nothing to do with you and I.
Yeah.
My mom's always put me first, I will say, and that's always something that I've respected. She's never been like, one of those like weak women that puts a man before me. You know what I mean? And that's something that I really respect, obviously. But we fought a lot growing up.
Really?
I mean, we still fight a lot because we're like sisters and we're like very different. So but like we love each other to death, and she's also my best friend. Like I tell her everything, but we like butt heads.
Yeah.
I don't know why this memory just came. You were chiquitita, 10 years old maybe. I was cooking, and you were playing with what was her name? Adriana? It doesn't matter. Brianna. And I'm hearing all kinds of noises from the bedroom, but I'm like, I'm cooking. They both come out, and she's always had friends that are older than her, like 3-4 years, always, since she was in kindergarten.
I was also a single child, so I was always surrounded by like my mom's friends.
That's
and
true.
like
That's true.
I feel like that's why. You know?
So she comes out, both of them come out, and they're going to announce. Mom. I'm like, yes. I'm going to be a lesbian. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't even look at her.
I don't remember this.
I did. I just kept chopping the vegetables, cooking, and I'm like, if I give her a lot of attention about that, then it's going to become a thing.
Yes.
And
I
then,
was in the same way, yeah.
and not that I care, but and so I just kept doing my thing. I'm like, okay, really? Yeah. When? Starting now. Okay.
I wish
and
it
there was
worked like that.
a long silence. They were both like,
Everything
I can
would be
see
simpler.
them. I can see them, my peripheral vision, and they're just staring at me, and and then they stare at each other, and I'm okay. And then they turn around and go back in the bedroom.
So unfazed.
Yeah. It was so cute, and I feel like it's been like that a lot, you know. But we do talk about everything. I mean, there's not a lot, but there's some things that you won't tell me because you say I'll get mad.
Oh,
but then it always comes out.
Well, no,
later.
I just like broke up with my boyfriend. I was like, I'm not even gonna tell you why. Or you knew why we broke up, but like he did some fuck shit after we broke up that pissed me off, and I was like, I'm not gonna even tell you because you're just gonna get so mad, and there's no reason to tell you that, like stuff like that. But
there's because I know my mom's crazy, and she'll like message them probably and be like, why the fuck?
That's how my mom is, and I'm like,
so,
I'm not even gonna.
Yeah. No. Sometimes I just wait. I'm like, or like if I do tell you, I'm like, you cannot act on it at all.
Like I'll tell you eventually. I tell you everything. Like I don't withhold things that are like, oh, I went out and did this and like in that way. Like I tell you everything.
True.
Do you feel like you've always done that, or did it grow into that? Like when you were a teenager,
I feel like always.
Like first kiss or first experience, would you tell her?
Yeah, I told you when I had an orgy pretty recently, like 2 years ago.
Which one?
It's been one time.
Right, yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Any orgies?
Mom, I've had threesomes and orgies are different.
No, but really, there are so many people.
I was going to say, no, but really, orgy
There's
fans.
so many people to have orgies with.
I said I like having people over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have people, not pets. No.
Yeah.
No, but like there are so many mothers and daughters that are not open.
Yeah.
And so this
She
is
she has actually said that to me. She's like,
Yeah.
Mom, not everyone is like us.
no,
Yeah.
and we've always said
Yeah.
that because that was the reason you wanted to start this podcast because you wanted to, hopefully bring other daughters and mothers closer
Totally.
I love
so
that.
they can be
I
open, so they
love
don't get
that.
into bad situations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's
That leads to bad situations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I always told you
absolutely.
everything. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's why I was like such a good kid. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah.
We didn't have that many arguments.
No. One time.
Yeah, literally.
Because
like,
you tried to ground me, and I was like, you don't do that. I was like, you've never grounded me ever. And she was like, well, then let me take your phone. I was like, no. Like, you just randomly were like, I'm going to be strict. And, like, try to...
tried.
And I was like, no, you've never done that. Like, why are you doing this? And then we were, like, fighting over my phone. I had, like, a gel case on it. And, like, she had one side, and, like, I was pulling it, and the case flew out. And we
the
just
phone
started...
threw out and the case
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah, and then we just started laughing and then just forgot about it.
love
And then she's like,
it.
yeah, that was... Why did we do that?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we've mostly been friends, but you were very open.
Yeah.
Like, I was not.
Yeah, I
was-
still tell you things. You're like, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I'm
Yeah.
like,
Too much
information.
"Okay, Star," but you've actually taught me that to be,
be
more
more
open.
open.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Okay, don't we learn so much from them?
Yeah,
I mean, I know I've learned so much from you.
yes, and I think it's the parents that don't have that relationship, they're missing out.
Oh,
They're missing out on
it's
learning.
very sad. Yes,
Because a lot of parents are like, well, I'm the older one, I know better, and this is it.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's doesn't work. For
Yeah.
me.
But we did have a really rough patch. And that's when you were starting to get really independent.
Oh yeah, my mom had a really hard time letting me go. She also still wants me to move in with her. I'm like, I'm not gonna move in with you. Like, I love you to death. Like, need my own place.
Yeah.
No, when she starts bitching about money and stuff, I'm like, well, move in with me, save a little bit of money. And she just goes crazy. What?
Well, it's also
But
just
to
like,
swap daughters because she wants to move in with
Yeah.
me.
I'll send her places, and I'm like, what do you think of this? She's like, I don't know. My mom's like, I don't know stuff.
well, I just also know that if I moved in with you, I wouldn't save money. Like, I would get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm forced right
That
now.
is so true. That
Like,
is
I
so
wouldn't do that. Like, and when I was living with you, and we were living together, because we did for a long time, up until up until 3 years ago, I think. I was not
I
saving
mean, we
money.
shared the bed, even when she had her own bedroom,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I wasn't saving any money, and then finally, I moved in with like my boyfriend at the time, and then that's when I started. Like, I really learned what it meant to like work for your money. 'Cause
Yeah.
I would pay some of the rent. Mm-hmm. So I also know, like, even though that sounds nice, I would not save money. I would just like be a
You're
flop,
right, you're
probably.
right.
So
I
I'd rather
can see
just
that.
I'd rather just
Lots of Amazon packages.
like there were literally like I'm not doing shit besides buying clothes. like
yeah.
I love Amazon. It's like a surprise.
That's you. You're always like on Amazon.
I'm like, what did I order? I didn't
Yeah.
know. Let me open it.
I forgot.
Thank you, Sal.
Yeah. I'll come over and like in
love
your lobby,
that.
I'm like, there's like 5 boxes, and I'm like, oh, with your name on it. And you're like, can you bring the boxes up?
It's like magic, though. Like, how does it get there so
Literally.
Yeah.
fast?
She's like, I ordered these last night. They're little skirts, and you're like, I got one for you, and for me, we can wear them.
Oh, when we tried to do the water dance?
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I want to do stuff like that with Simone. She won't.
Yeah. I
I'm just not a TikToker. Like,
Yeah.
I have like 20K. I mean, I'm not doing dances. I'm
you.
just like
yeah.
thirst trapping my way through life.
Yeah, I don't really do the. But the thing is, like, we tried to do it, and it was just.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen some of you guys's, and I think it's adorable.
I'm
You
not-
guys do a really great job.
Yeah, I'm not
have done a
Addison
couple
Rae.
dances.
Like,
Yeah.
Like Addison Rae mom is a TikToker.
Yeah,
who,
no,
like,
I know.
started. You know her?
Yeah, you introduced me to her.
But the reason she got famous was because like she started her videos with her mom.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, really? And so were there times in your relationship where you were strict? Like were you like the fun mom, or were you...
I would say she's the fun mom.
Well, what do you mean strict? Like,
What is that even?
All right, so
yeah, she's like, I don't know
she
that
answered.
word.
But like
Well,
when
my
she
mom-
was when you were starting to like boys or go to parties or drinking, drugs, whatever, that kind of...
but
Well,
it's just that none of that really happened.
Well, I mean, I lived with my dad for like, I went back and forth, and my dad was
3
really, I mean, I won't get into it too much, but my dad was
Yeah.
like really fucking strict,
Okay.
like, and like other things, but I won't get into it. But yeah, but I don't know. I pretty much like, I feel like, you know, the saying that it's like the sneakier the parent, or sorry, the stricter the parent, the sneakier the child is so
Yeah.
true. Like, it's like if you create an environment with your son or daughter or whatever, where it's like you can come to me about anything, even if you fuck up, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh, mom, I'm at this party and I drink too much. Can you come and get me?
Mm-hmm.
Or versus like asking like another guy who's been drinking fucked up to drive you home. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the better option?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I feel like we've always had that relationship where I could call you, but I don't think like, I've never really like,
Again, I keep going back to when you started going out and
well, I didn't start going
Because-
out until like my early 20s.
Yeah,
really.
she's
like in
like-
the LA.
late
Okay.
bloomer, just like me. I've always
I mean, I was like smoking weed in high school and stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, I don't know. But my mom, actually, I just remember like when we were living together in downtown and I was going out a
that
lot.
was the time.
Yeah, that was, my
That's
mom was
what
like,
I'm
you need to like enroll in school. Like you need to do something. And I was like kind of annoyed because I was just like,
Actually,
girl, I've
before
never
that.
done this.
Yeah.
Like, let me do this.
No. Before that, when I was
Before
when we
downtown?
were in Orange County, I
was
actually got
I'm married.
once.
What?
I'm like legally married.
What?
Oh,
I'm
really?
married. I'm divorced.
I'm not divorced. You're divorcee.
I'm
Yeah.
single. Just, you know. I would like to get
Wait,
married.
you're
though.
married?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got married when I was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like fell in love with this guy from South Africa, and I
No,
asked,
but okay. I know it's a long story, but we have to give a little bit. She always criticized me that I make long stories, but this
my mom
needs
is like,
to be a little
Mom,
longer.
You are so yeah, I will. But my mom tells stories, and she's like, so it was a summer day, and the wind was hitting my face. All to tell me that she went to the grocery store to get some milk. You know what I mean? I'm like, or she's like on my way to my
I'm a
place.
poet. I'm
She's
a
like,
poet.
she's like,
Look
Mommy.
at, did you see that? She was gonna cover my mouth.
She's like, if she's coming over to my house, she'll be like, just stopped at the red light. 5 minutes away, 3 minutes away, 2 minutes away. I'm like, just text me when you're here. Like, you don't have to let me know that, like, you just saw a guy, like, crossing down the street. Like, anyway.
Like, once I get there, I want the door open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming over.
with you,
Like,
yeah.
hello, what part of I'm almost here did you not get?
Yeah.
I also think you're kind of like that.
I am like
because
that.
she will call me coming to my house, and I'm like, all right, I'll see you in a minute. She's like, no, stay on the phone. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, why do you not want to
I-
talk to me?
Totally get you.
I'm like, because you'll be here in a minute.
Yeah.
Because I'll see you right now.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, I'll be there in 5 minutes. You have to open the door. Like, I want the door open. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
I like, yeah.
Like,
These
you knew I was
two-
coming. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. And I'll leave your house and I'll call you. And I'm like, I'm leaving your garage right now. I'm going home.
Then
She's
she'll
like,
talk
okay.
all the way home. I'm like,
oh,
We
that's
just-
so cute. No, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
so I'll give you Gladys's number.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys talk to each other.
Yeah.
We're going to orgies.
It takes
Bye.
the age. Oh.
Like, sorry, Gladys.
No, but you guys have to come into Catch. Seriously.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
Absolutely. We will be seated in the center. You know about this, right?
Yeah.
I can't talk about this, but I mean, if we do, it's gonna be cut. But
We'll have a great
Yeah.
seat.
yeah.
Front row.
But I'm married because no,
But
this,
no. Let me say it.
You're
So-
gonna tell the story about my marriage.
Yes,
Okay.
because it
I
was
feel like
all
I-
me. It was all me.
Well,
So
I'm
we
telling-
have this weird thing where we date the same. I don't know. It's so bizarre. like, I started dating. I dictate who we both will date.
Okay.
In a weird, the most bizarre way. So I met this South African man, and a month later, she meets this South African boy, except she didn't know he was South African. Oh, did you?
He followed me. He followed me on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, like hot guy followed me on Instagram."
He's
And
beautiful boy. Wow.
yeah, and then
like,
we were,
how long?
we were texting, and then I was like, "So
and
where
then
you
you're like,
from?"
when are you coming over? And he started laughing.
He was like, "I'm from Joburg," and I didn't know. I was like, "Oh, cool! Like that must be somewhere in LA." Like I'm obviously uneducated. I'm more educated now, but anyway. And then he's like, "Oh, South Africa," and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
No, you're like, oh, cool. And he's like, no, I am in South Africa right now. And I think you came over to the bedroom and started crying to me. Because she had been talking to me about this guy she's been talking to. Like, for how long did you talk to him? For a long time, without knowing that he was in the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, like I was like, whatever. Like we kind of just kept on talking and then FaceTiming every day, and like I actually liked him. Like
For
that's why-
hours.
yeah, for, like
Yeah.
all the time.
So I had met the South African who lived here a month before she met her South African. And she was going through, which we're not going to get into right now because it has to do with somebody else. She needed this, and she needed love. She needed a boyfriend. She needed,
Yeah.
and I could do it. And I'm like, why not? And a little bit.
Okay, but let
little bit crazy.
Let me also preface though, Mom.
We brought him over.
Yeah, but like he
I would have
visited
done
first.
that.
Yeah.
He
I would
visited.
have done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Like
I've
yeah.
been like, let's get him for you. You want
Yeah.
him? Let's get him.
Our parents.
That's what I did.
Our parents like split the ticket. Like my mom and his parents split the ticket for
Yeah.
him to come down and visit me, and he was here for like a month with my family, and we obviously completely just fell in love. And then he went back, and then I think my mom and I talked about it, and then like it wasn't like anything like for citizenship. I was just like one day was just like, do you want to like marry me? It would be just like we're dating, except you would be able to be in LA, and
It was the only way they could get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to get married.
Oh my God.
But to
Noah.
me, it was yeah. To me, it was so serious. I was like, never sure about anything more in my life. I was like, we're gonna be together forever. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, my mom
Let me
was.
show your tattoo.
Oh, I have his name tatted. This is scratches for my cat. I have his name tatted. This is his Hebrew name though. He's Jewish. It's
Okay.
Asher. His name is Cody. But
Okay.
Oh, that's
And then-
another thing. The Jewish thing. Oh my Lord, we are magnets for
Yeah.
Jewish men. She's half Jewish.
You guys said that's.
my grandparents are like super serious about me like marrying a Jewish man.
Yeah.
Yes.
But technically it doesn't count unless my mom's Jewish from what I
Yeah.
heard. Like my dad's Jewish, but my grandparents are very
But
like
not to that.
Your dad's mom is Jewish.
Yeah.
Your dad's mom is white Jewish.
yeah.
Well, then
Yeah.
that's
Craig's
serious.
mom.
That's
Yeah.
real. Yeah, because it goes
He's
through the mother.
He's Jewish, but
Yeah.
then you're not because of me.
Yeah.
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 My dad's Jewish, but I'm not because
Right. See, that's yeah.
Because it's the father.
But he's also black.
yeah.
yeah.
Black Jewish. That's
Yeah.
Well, his mom is white.
Yeah, and his dad's black, so yeah.
Yeah. His dad's black, but
Yeah.
his mom's Jewish.
we're really interesting.
we are. We're fascinating people.
That's so
Besides
funny.
being gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go again.
Oh.
And I knew not to do it.
Oh no.
Oh, hitting your head.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions?
It's interesting, like, dating someone, like, that doesn't live here. Because I liked this one guy from England, and he was visiting here, and he lives in London, and I was like, Mom, like, I really like him, and she was like, yeah, okay. And
I
then,
think which one? Oh yeah.
yeah, and I really, really liked him. My mom's like, are you sure? Like, he's not that cute. I'm like, no, Mom, like, I really like him. She's always like, but what do you, like, but they
You're
need to be
thinking of
really
the
hot.
children, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you say all the time. And I was like, no. And you're like, okay. And
I'm looking at both features and I'm like, no, you need.
yeah. But I went out there because he left and I went out
Yes,
there.
How was
you
it?
did.
And it was really great. But then I was like, this is interesting to see him like with his friend group, because he was always like, here, I saw him like living this.
That's so important. Maybe
Yeah.
you should have done that, but
Yeah.
I couldn't
doesn't-
go out there.
No, yeah, that's
I'm not going to South
matter.
Africa,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
But that is a different thing.
That's because I was like, wow, like, and I kind of liked him like a little bit less, because I was like, oh, like I don't really get along. Yeah, it
I
kind
think
of
that's really important.
yeah, because I was like, I only saw him here. He was in like LA mode, and like this were like
very different.
he's a very different person than when he's back home. He was like very serious and very like, I was like, oh, like you were a lot more fun, and now like you're not. So yeah. And then I just went and stayed with family, because I was like, this is really weird. And then I went to Spain because like things got a bit weird, and my aunt lives there, so I was like, oh, just go visit my aunt. And
That's
then
fabulous.
yeah,
My sister in Tenerife.
yeah, in Tenerife, yeah. And so I went back there, and then I came back to London. His mom was like, he like missed you so much when you were away. Like you I love him. Like I love you guys together. I love you for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was really sweet. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, he missed you so much. And I was like, oh, like okay. And then
Are you going to say the next part?
yeah, and then
She
I'm
was trying to
talking
get rid
to
of
him.
No.
No, I was talking to him, and he was like, I just want to let you know that like I slept with someone when you went to Spain.
For a week. She was gone for a week.
And I was like, a week? You couldn't keep in your fucking pants for a week? But, like, we weren't together, but, like, I was staying at his house.
Well, you
I
can
don't
visit someone.
care.
Yeah.
That's
And-
like a lot.
Yeah.
You know? That's
Like,
not.
No,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
such
And I was
a
like,
big,
oh my
huge
God.
red flag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. Like, that's...
The mom did not know.
The mum, my mom's English. Huh? The mum did not know.
I don't know. Like, maybe, like, he told his mom, and that's probably why she was like, he missed you so much.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe she was working
Yeah.
it for
That's what
him.
I'm saying.
Because,
No,
like...
no.
But you
Yeah.
did really like his mom.
Yeah.
Because I remember you called me, you go, the mom's, I don't know about him anymore, but the mom's so nice.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. There's
Yeah.
this episode of Sex and the City where Carrie dates this fucking loser weirdo guy, but she loves his family so much that she like sticks around longer. She has this great family, and she's like, "Can we just like hang out with your family tonight?"
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen that one. Yeah.
Oh my God, you had a boyfriend like that. That was like,
Which one?
we're breaking up, but I'm so sad because I love your family.
Oh, yeah.
You were like,
I was like,
can I
what?
still come over? She's like, no.
Yeah. I was like, no.
No, which one?
Yeah. I was like,
That's so
That's-
interesting. Yes, that happens.
yeah.
isn't that a bummer?
Yeah.
I know. My mom, you always used to say that, like, when you're dating a guy, like, bring him home so that he knows that you have, like, people to back you up
Yeah.
and that you're not just, like, alone. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Nice.
That's important. What do you guys think about like your family not liking the guy you're seeing, vice versa, or like your friends, or like is that really important to you guys? Or like,
Yeah.
I mean, definitely me too.
Mm-hmm. That, like, 100, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you. We'll have, like, a meeting. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, so what do you think? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, want to go out with, like, me and my mom when I first start seeing a guy.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
another
damn.
thing.
I
Like,
always,
really quickly in.
yeah.
What? Say that again?
That she does it really fast. Like she introduces
Yeah.
the guy that she's seeing really quickly to the mom.
Yeah.
That like makes me nervous. I
Really?
like wait
That's
until
so
I actually like the
cute
guy.
that
Yeah.
it's the kids
Yeah.
saying that, because it's usually a parent thing.
Yeah.
Like, when do you introduce the kid? You know, I
Yeah.
love that.
No, Star's all about that.
Yeah.
But then when guys are weird, because
When guys are weird, then I'm like, okay, like, then they're not. I'm like, then I don't want them in my life, because, like, my relationship with my mom is, like, that's, like, us. Like, we're so close that, like, if he thinks that it's weird, then I'm like, then we're not going to work, because this is, like, a part of me.
yeah.
Yeah, so, like,
yeah.
that's why I kind of get it in quick, because I'm like, I don't want to waste time and then have him be
love
like, it's weird that you
that.
hang out with your mom.
She's had boyfriends that are like, I think it's weird you and your mom go out together. Like,
Yeah.
That's really strange.
That's
I've never.
because they don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in my mind that's not even like a thing that a guy that I'm seeing would ever think. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
But you do.
Have I had a boyfriend that you've like, I mean, and don't count like situationships, like count like actual boyfriends that I've had that you like. I feel like you've gotten along pretty much with all my boyfriends.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is that in relationships myself, as well as actually relationships, period.
Mm-hmm.
I trust until you show me that I can't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been criticized a lot for that. Oh, no, you
Same.
need to protect yourself. You need to... Da, 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 da. I'm like, I just can't not change. It's such a core thing.
Yeah.
So, and I understand the other point of view. I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just cannot be like that.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I will
love to-
trust you and I will believe what you're saying until you show me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that too.
I'm
I
the
guess.
same way, yeah.
You
But
know?
I like that. I love to go into stuff with like an open mind and that, naivety.
Yeah.
Instead of going in like, okay, who are you? What do you do? Where do you live? Like, what are you
Totally.
up to?
Yeah.
I give them 100 and then break it down.
Yes.
That's what I do
Yes.
too. I
Yeah.
feel like that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
And I catch on everything. I'm very observant.
Yeah.
I'm highly intelligent. But I go in open,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I believe what you're telling me. Unless it's so obviously like
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I believe what
You're
you're
crazy.
yeah. I believe you. Yeah. Until and then because we're so spiritual, like
Oh yeah, like I'm really intuitive. I'm
Yeah.
very,
they
like,
show they show their colors right away.
Yeah.
Like really quick. It happens really quick.
Yeah.
if I'm like super connected to someone, I know what they're thinking, and I don't have to be it, like, you know. Yeah. Also, like my friends liking the guy that I'm seeing is super fucking important.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I trust my friends. Like, I know that they're really good people, and also they're like not judgmental. Like, if you're cool, you're cool. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean. But
Yeah.
And if
If
you
you're
ask
weird,
if you
we're gonna
ask,
see right through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
if you ask the experts, they say that.
Did you like my long-term boyfriend that I won't say the name, but the one. Yeah, you can hear it. Definitely heard that.
I barely heard it. I just heard like.
ASMR.
Did I like him?
Like in the moment, because all my friends hated him.
Didn't I tell you? I always felt like
Oh, like he wasn't being himself.
yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
that makes sense. Yeah, you did tell me that.
I did like that he drank.
Said no one ever drank.
Drank.
It's not dranked. My
My
mom's Puerto
papaya
Rican.
juice.
My mom's Puerto Rican, and she like.
And I've been like
just
in
fucks
Puerto
up
Rico
shit.
for a year and a half. The papaya juice,
Yeah, which he hated. It
And
tasted
he-
terrible.
and he fucking drank it.
He drank. It's not dranked.
He drank it.
No, just drank. It's
He
just
drank.
Drank.
He drank. That doesn't sound right.
I think that's what it sounds like.
You drank, yeah.
Se lo tomó todito.
My
So,
mom
okay,
made this.
so I
Do you
guess
speak Spanish?
No, but I can understand a lot. But
a lot. Yeah.
But
Okay, so I
Let
use
me-
my blender. I don't have two blenders. Do you have two blenders? One for fruit and one
No.
for vegetables? Okay, so I have one blender. I
this
guess
is so funny.
I didn't wash it well enough or whatever. And I just had COVID for the second time. So I guess my taste buds weren't all there.
Which I've never gotten. Even
She-
while
oh.
living with you.
No, you didn't even have to knock on wood. This,
I don't get anything.
she
like,
Really?
is
well, I get
immune.
colds and flus,
Yeah.
but I don't get
Yeah,
like
she's immune. She has never had COVID.
or like a cold sore.
And we
or,
were
like,
sleeping in the same bed with COVID.
Wow.
That happened
So-
to us.
Oh,
She had
we shouldn't say
COVID.
that because
We-
they will come after you and experiment on you. I will take this part out.
She had COVID.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we had
you didn't get
COVID.
it?
We slept in the same bed.
Yeah.
Because we were in London. I never got it.
Yeah.
And I was telling her,
Whoa.
I'm like, you just
I was like,
fucking
Mom.
hungover.
Yeah, I was like, I don't feel well. I was like, I feel really like not well. And she was like, you're just hungover. Like, you have to come out tonight. And I was like, Mom, I was like, Mom, I really don't feel good. Like, I'm like, something feels really off. Like, I kept puking. She's like, you're hungover. Like, you need to drink. And I was like, no.
You're hungover. You need to keep the party
Yeah, you
going.
need to keep drinking. And I was like, I
so
swear. She got so mad at me. And I was like, this is the one time where I'm going to have to just really say no. Like, put my foot down and say no. And then we went to go and fly back. And we had to do a test there at the airport.
Fly back to America.
And you tested positive.
I tested positive, and I was like, I have COVID. She goes,
How
haha,
did you
shut up, let's
feel?
go. And I was like, I swear to God. She thought I was lying. I was like, no, Mom, I swear I have COVID. And
They
then
wouldn't let us. They
I
wouldn't
started
let us
bawling,
travel.
crying, because I was like, first of all, I told you, you bitch, that I wasn't feeling well. I was like, but like, I don't want to be here for another 2 weeks. Like, I want to go home already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a messy vibe. Come on. I just got all my hair off, like boy short, like this, and I'm
It's cute.
so free.
Yeah.
I'm so loving it.
I like it.
My breakup haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So
were we
yeah,
talking
so
about?
they got home very
the papaya juice.
wasted.
Yeah, the papaya juice.
And
We
they
weren't
were
wasted.
Yeah,
No,
and
it
they
was
were
the
on
morning.
the couch.
We had just woken up.
On my couch.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, why didn't you go home? They were wasted.
Oh, the night before. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm
Hungover.
making my papaya juice, and I guess it didn't taste right.
It tasted like raw meat and garlic. No. Long story short, he drank it anyway. I took a sip.
Oh
my
and
God.
I'm like, I like this boy.
The fact that he drank it. There's
Yeah.
So we're Turkish, my family, and there's like a tradition when you're marrying a Turkish woman, the man comes to visit the family, and he has to drink Turkish coffee with a bunch of salt in it.
Oh wow!
And it's like a tradition. It's like if he
I
finishes
love
it
Turkish coffee, but with salt.
with salt because
so
it's bad
dehydrating.
and it's horrible. But
He
then
has to fucking
he has
do
to
it.
do it because
See?
to show his love.
I love
Does
that.
he know? Like, does he know
Yeah.
going into it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like it
Wow.
better
It's
if
like
he
a
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
how
the
you
papaya.
really
He
feel.
can prepare for that, you know.
So we can all prepare with the papaya juice.
Yeah.
No. That was
That sounds a little worse.
No. I had COVID, and I guess
My
I
mom
didn't
thought it
wash
was
it
great.
right.
I was like, how
I
are you
drank-
not
it's so
tasting
good.
this?
But then they went to Canada together, and he told the whole story about her mother being Puerto Rican
To his mom.
to his mom, and
Is
what
he
is it? I
Canadian?
love this story, and he was a
I
little
don't
drunk.
remember.
Yeah, he was like, "Bitch, drink my papaya juice. I like it." Because mom, she's Puerto Rican.
I do remember that. That's funny that you remember that. That's so funny. Yeah, he did.
No, it's funny.
He's like,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And I did notice. I'm like, did you like it? He drank it. Oh, he said, yeah, but he never made eye contact.
He's probably like, this bitch is crazy if she likes this.
I hate people that don't make eye contact. And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, why aren't you looking at me?
Oh, me too. No, but me too. I
Yeah.
say that.
No,
Yeah.
that's a bad sign.
Yeah,
That's
when
a
you
big
meet,
thing.
if you bring a guy home, and that was the
He's
one
hiding
boyfriend.
something.
Yeah.
The one boyfriend that she lived with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
For
he
like a
was
year.
like this, hey.
oh no.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh no.
And I'm like,
That's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be like this.
Yeah, you don't have to nail it because
Yeah.
then that's also.
But, like,
You can also like casually look at the forehead when you feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like a good way to fake eye contact. While
Yeah.
But
also
this guy was
still-
like this.
if
No,
somebody
don't put
does
your
that
head
to me,
down.
I'd be like,
That's also you guys. That's also a psychology trick though. If you stare at someone's forehead for too long to make them feel uncomfortable and insecure. Like if you're trying to like make someone
I
feel
like that.
dumb,
Yeah.
stare at their forehead for a really. I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, like I would do too.
Because you're gonna be like,
Do I have something on my forehead?
Actually, I have done that to boyfriends.
yeah. It's
But I've just
just to fuck with them. though.
stared
Yeah.
at like a thing, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, nothing."
Yeah, that's
They're
a
like,
good way to
"What?"
just
I've done
keep
that to
them
make
humble
people
and
feel.
honest.
Whenever I argue with my boyfriend, I'll be like,
fucking
you
love
have
that.
something on your face.
That's good.
And then he'll be like, what? I'm like, yeah, you got it. And I lie. Cause
that's a
no,
good.
but I'm like,
That's
cause I'm like, you're gonna feel like shit that like we're arguing right
when
now.
they're winning in an argument.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, there's something right here. And then they're gonna be
gross.
like, oh my god, yeah.
You might be right, but
But there's like,
you don't look good, boy.
yeah.
Or like those memes where they're like when you're winning in an or when they're winning in an argument, so you just start crying.
Yeah. I feel so attacked right now. Yeah. Like I started it.
I don't do any of that. I just use sex.
Same.
Yeah, that's
Just
literally
give it
it.
a hot kiss and end of argument.
That's one way to do it. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But whenever you get new things, I just join along.
You just take them. You just take them.
Yeah.
Like
To be
literally.
an daughter.
Yeah. I'm like, Mom, I think you need to go shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll go
I
with
always
you.
do that to my mom when I want to get my nails. I'm like, Mom, your nails are looking
Yeah.
like shit.
That's what I
She does. And I'm like,
huh?
I'm like, we should just go right now.
Yeah.
Let's just get
Let's
them done.
just get them done right now. Yeah.
We'll just take care of it.
Yeah.
I do that with you all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You need a fill.
yeah.
And then I would not let you pay for your nails, of
Yeah.
course, if you're with me.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you leave right after, and I'm like, did I just get used?
I have to say, Simone has never done that, but I think she knows better.
I'm like, Star, are we hanging out? She's like, no, I have to go. Bye.
Like, I have a date.
Yeah, I have things to do. No, because I hang out with you every single day.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Almost. Well, on the
Almost.
phone if we're not in person.
Yeah.
They are closer than you.
She's like, I think we need to step up our game.
My mom and I, like I said, are like siblings.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like a little different.
Oh, right. We actually had a conversation. Like, I believe I haven't had a regression done, which I want to do.
A regression?
Yeah.
What is that?
When you go under hypnosis and you
Past lives.
past
Oh,
lives.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was called regression.
Yeah. But I believe that we switch in this
Yeah, that
lifetime.
I was your mom in the past life.
I truly, like, I would bet money on it.
Yeah. Or like we.
I have that with my son.
Yeah.
I swear, I feel like, and obviously we're also super close, but it's a very different dynamic. And I
Yeah.
feel like he was my dad.
Yeah.
Because he is like,
Wow.
Yeah.
I think he was both of our dad.
Wow.
He's like, yeah.
He's so protective, so old fashioned, old school, and just complete.
Have
different.
you read Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss?
No.
Oh, I will gift
mom
it
just-
to you.
My mom just gave me her old copy.
It's-
I haven't read it yet though.
Yeah.
Incredible, and it's all about that.
I think it's coming to me now. No.
You can borrow it.
Imagine
No
she's
worries.
like,
No, I will get you a new
yeah.
one.
I have a bunch of stuff I have to read though. I've been like so busy. I haven't been reading at all.
And I haven't put any pressure on you because I know you'll get to it.
Mom,
And then when you get to
you
it,
just
you're
got
going to
here,
call
like,
me. You're
you-
going to be like, oh my God, Mom,
you
blah,
just
blah,
got
blah.
here 5 days ago.
That's
And
a
give it to
long
me.
time.
Yeah, but we've been. I've been busy.
Yeah.
She has. I have not. We need to go out and get busy.
yes.
Please, please.
So are you? So you're both single?
Yes.
Right now we are.
That was like 3 weeks
And
ago.
that's part of what I was saying.
And
Like,
I'm
we
single,
have
yeah.
this thing.
Well, it's this whole new. There was a whole change and shift, and so it makes sense.
What?
About like the moon and the whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So
was a
apparently
huge-
all the something came in retrograde or something, and like all the relationships that were supposed to break up
Broke
did,
up.
and all the ones that were
Yes.
supposed to stay together stayed together.
I didn't know this.
I know. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys both have boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me,
You have a boyfriend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good for you.
how'd you
Thank
guys
you.
meet?
Through a friend
Cool.
who she was dating his roommate, and then he was like, "Do you have any friends for me?" And she was like, "Yeah, my friend Star." And he like looked me on Instagram, and then he just DM'd me, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy DMing me?" Like, and then I like looked at his stuff, and he does music too.
Oh, cool.
And like I also do music,
Nice.
and so I was like, "Oh, like he's really good." And then we started talking, and we live in the same apartment like complex.
No
which-
way.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so convenient.
Yeah.
That's.
And
I
how
actually
long
love
have you
that.
guys been together?
A year and a half now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's
How
like
cool.
that's like really nice to just live in the same apartment complex, like
Yeah.
versus like actually living together, because then you guys can just vibe whenever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you're always kind of in the same.
And like
That's nice.
it was great because my
You
last
guys are so similar, and
Yeah.
you come from a similar family background.
yeah, his family does music and are like creative people.
Okay.
So he was raised because that's
That's so
difficult
important.
too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if that's one thing that I've learned from dating, I feel like opposites attract, but I feel like it's really important to have a similar background.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
he gets the dynamic
Exactly.
and like he fits into the family really well.
He does.
Like him and my brother get along, which is like my
And
brother.
they're working together on music. So
Yeah.
That's
Beautiful.
great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
It's like we're all creative,
Yeah,
and then if somebody comes into that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe like a life manager could be useful, but aside from that,
yeah, but it's
How difficult it is to have like a normie come in and like and you
Yes.
have to explain like I just had a conversation with this guy from Spain who is a businessman and he just got he was all about Hollywood and have you met actors and do they walk around and
Ugh,
I was just
so
oh,
annoying.
Yeah.
I have to explain like
Yeah.
like but I did because he's super hot, right? He didn't fucking get it and
yeah, yeah,
and then I had to like really explain, listen, we actually live in a bubble. This is not every state. This is not
LA is, like,
every
not real
place in the
life.
world.
Yeah.
This is very.
Yeah.
And then I started getting into, like, I had to get out and look to explain,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is not normal. We live in a bubble.
Yeah.
It's what it is, and you have to respect their privacy. No, people are people because of how who they are and their intelligence. I'm like, no, you have to understand that these people are famous.
They're the worst assistant.
You trying to be quiet? Everything over. Still rolling.
His thing was like he was like saying that like he was like all excited about it, and then my mom was kind of like, yeah, like I've seen this person and like this is how it is, and then he was like, well, they're people too, like I don't know why, like Gaslight Central. He was like, well, they're people too, so I don't know why you're da-da-da. And my mom was like, you just brought it up and we're excited about it. I was just talking about it. And then my mom was like, yeah, I agree, they're people too, but am I gonna like go up to them? Like
That was
it
the
almost
whole
was-
thing.
It was like very.
you don't go up to
It was like
people
very
in the street.
contradictory.
Yeah.
No, I was like, Mom, it's already a red flag. But Yeah. she's still
It's
talking
true.
to him
Like, you're not a
because-
fan. You're like,
Yeah.
you're
But-
also in the business, so it's different
Uh,
than when you're just like coming here and you're like, oh my God, there's blah,
right.
blah, blah. But if he's asking it, I get that exactly.
Do you?
He's curious and he's asking, you're talking about it, and then he's acting like, well, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
so you get it?
Yes.
So
insecure.
that's what
Yeah.
happened.
I cannot deal with insecure men. Yeah.
I've had that too. Where I've like told stories because they're just genuine stories and it's been part of my life. And then all of a sudden they're acting like I'm a name dropper.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You know everyone.
It's like, Yeah.
And I'm like,
Why?
you
Why
brought
do?
it up. And
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also like it's just a part of my life. I'm not even trying to like name drop. It's just like
Exactly.
this. I live in LA, and like this is
Yeah.
like
You grew up here, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like yeah, that's just like
It's-
insecurity.
so I was, I think, yeah. And I was trying to explain to him that these people are bombarded,
Yeah.
you know, and it's a known thing that you respect their privacy.
yeah.
I
It's
was
like
at
the
the
whole thing
gym.
with the paparazzi and like Britney Spears, etc.
And, what's
It's
her
not
name?
like fucking Disneyland.
Yeah.
From
Hey, Mickey.
I don't know. You said
the
some
actress.
I don't know. who you're talking about.
from. Oh
This
my
is some
God,
old
she's
act-
big.
This is some old actress, but I don't remember. Anyway, my mom saw someone famous at the gym. That's all you have to say. Whatever.
No. I have to say who it is because that makes all the difference in the world. Oh my God, what's her name? Do you know the detective, that new detective TV show? She's in it, True Detective.
You've been watching. True
Yeah.
Detective.
Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster. So I saw her at the
Oh
gym.
my
Yeah.
god! Thank God you got that.
Oh, yeah. because Star watches everything.
Yeah.
But isn't it a great
really
show?
good.
It's
Yeah.
like top.
Yeah.
So I see her at the gym. I was at the gym with a friend of mine, and he's like, "Look behind you, the woman with the green," and I didn't recognize her immediately, and then I did. I'm like, I mean, she is
Yeah.
a goddess. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So and
She
and
was
I,
in the
I
Chianti.
yes.
What is it called?
Silence of the
Yes.
You are a good assistant.
And she's back.
Redemption.
And I'm like, and I'm pretending just to make him nervous that I'm gonna go up to her. Never, right? So and I'm telling him this, and then he got all weird, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
respect people's privacy because they're famous, world famous, and this happens to them, and it's people, you know, cross the line.
Cross the line.
You know, so we went to stretch, and she was there. And I mean, we were sitting like almost this close, stretching.
Yeah.
Did I start a conversation with her? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I was like, if she tells me good morning or hello, I will never start a conversation
Yeah.
with her because
Yeah.
I'm respecting her privacy.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I think you got a point. He got insecure.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So it is interesting how outsiders, I guess,
yeah.
you
They
know,
don't
or
understand.
foreigners,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to like
Me and
mix
her
the
both as
two.
foreigners were like foreigners.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Foreigners to this
Yeah.
world,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
sure.
It's like you're not a foreigner when you've been here for a certain
Right.
amount of time
Exactly.
as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you
Like
guys
New
have-
Yorkers
I was
say
just about to
10
say
years,
that.
10-year mark.
Mhm.
If
then
you've
you're
been
a
here
New
10
Yorker.
years, okay,
Yeah.
you can say you're from New York, you
Yeah.
know? So, but it's fascinating.
Have you guys seen J-Lo's new movie? I was just thinking about, have you seen that clip when she was like, back when I was like a Brooklyn
Yeah,
girl?
she's-
Like,
Yeah.
sorry, you
Living
guys
in
don't
the
know
Bronx.
what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, I do. I'm like, I
You know
do.
that one
Yeah.
clip where she's like, I used to live here, to that guy out
And
there?
he's like,
and
who
he's
are
like,
you?
who are you? She goes, J-Lo, like Jennifer Lopez. He's like, who?
Yeah.
Like, it was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
She's like, this used to be my house. And he's like, what?
She's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
She was like, messy hair
Yeah, she's
back
like-
when I was
Yeah, that was
in the
horrible.
Bronx. I'm like, girl,
It like
please.
gave. I felt like embarrassed for her.
Yeah, I was like, babes,
I was like, don't do
babes,
that.
just be yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you've been here for how long?
Yeah. Like you're no
As a
longer.
famous rich celebrity.
Yeah.
Your husband is Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Would you relax?
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice? Yeah.
Yeah. I see this.
I can't with those memes. They're so funny.
Yeah.
Right now.
And they're like, what is your like go-to order when you're in New York? And she goes, an orange drink and like chips.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, that's not a bodega order.
Yeah,
like that's
like-
not what you get there. Yeah.
Okay, so how are we gonna wrap it up?
The way
I
to
love
wrap it up.
this podcast.
I love this podcast.
I
You
love
guys have
this
been great.
podcast. I
Yeah.
love that we
Yes,
had
thank you
another mother
so
and daughter.
much for
We're
having
definitely
us.
gonna do a part 2 to this because we have so much to talk about between
Literally.
the 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Too
yeah.
much.
Haven't even covered
So
it.
we'll be back in the next couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
That's
loved
it.
having you guys. You're amazing
Thanks for
and
having
beautiful.
us.
Of course, yeah.
You guys are beautiful.
All right.
It was so
Bye,
fun.
everyone.
Bye.